On October 14th, 1066, on a windswept hill in southern England, two massive armies face each other in a confrontation that will decide the fate of an entire kingdom. By sunset, one king will lie dead on the battlefield, and England will never be the same again. This is the story of the Battle of Hastings, the clash that transformed medieval Europe forever. The year 1066 begins with death. King Edward the Confessor, ruler of England for over 2 decades, dies without an heir. No son, no clear successor. His death ignites a brutal succession crisis that will draw 3 powerful men into a deadly competition for the crown. The first claimant, Harold Godwinson, the most powerful noble in all of England. Edward's brother-in-law, an experienced military commander, respected and feared throughout the land. On January 6, 1066, Harold is crowned King of England. But there's a problem. Across the English Channel, another man believes the throne belongs to him, William, Duke of Normandy. He claims that Edward promised him the English crown years earlier. But that's not all. William also insists that Harold himself swore an oath to support his claim, an oath Harold allegedly made while visiting Normandy. Did Harold really make this oath? Was it given freely or under duress? History may never know, but William doesn't care about doubts. At 38 years old, this man has spent his entire life fighting to survive. Illegitimate by birth, he earned his authority through cunning and ruthless military skill. And now, he sees England as his destiny. When Harold takes the throne, William begins preparations for invasion. Throughout the summer of 1066, Norman shipyards work day and night, building a fleet of over 600 vessels. William gathers an army of approximately 7,000 men. Norman knights, Breton warriors, Flemish mercenaries, all promised English land and wealth in return for their service. But Harold faces threats from multiple directions. In September 1066, Harold Hardrada, King of Norway, invades northern England with 300 ships, claiming his own right to the throne. Harold marches his army 190 miles north in just 4 days and crushes the Norwegian invaders at the Battle of Stamford Bridge on September 25th. It is a devastating victory. But it leaves Harold's forces exhausted. Just 3 days later, devastating news arrives. William of Normandy has landed on the southern coast of England with his invasion force. Harold makes a fateful decision. Instead of waiting, instead of gathering reinforcements, he marches his army south immediately. His force covers over 200 miles in less than a week, reaching the area near Hastings by October 13th. Harold hopes that speed and surprise will give him the advantage. The English army numbers between 7,000 and 8,000 men. The corps consists of housecarls, elite professional warriors armed with deadly 2-handed Danish axes that can split shields and armor with a single blow. Supporting them, the Fyrd, militia soldiers drawn from towns and villages, equipped with spears, swords, and round shields. Harold positions his army on Senlac Hill, a ridge about 7 miles northwest of Hastings. It is strong defensive ground. The hill slopes steeply on its southern face, and marshes protect the flanks. Harold forms his men into a shield wall, a tight formation where warriors lock their shields together to create an impenetrable barrier. Behind this wall, the housecarls stand ready with their axes. William's army camps nearby. His force is smaller than Harold's, but possesses one crucial advantage: cavalry. Norman knights, mounted on powerful war horses and clad in chainmail, are the most feared warriors in all of Europe. William also commands skilled archers, armed with deadly longbows, and well-trained infantry. On the morning of October 14th, 1066, William addresses his troops. He reminds them that Harold is a perjurer and a usurper. He promises them English land and riches. Then, he orders the advance. Let's be clear about what's at stake here. On one side, Harold Godwinson and the Anglo-Saxon English, fighting to defend their homeland, their king, their way of life. They hold the high ground. They have the shield wall. They have legendary housecarls with axes that can cut a man in half. Their strategy? Simple. Hold the hill. Make the Normans come to them. Let the enemy exhaust themselves climbing uphill. Crush them against the shield wall. Let no one through. On the other side, William of Normandy and his multinational invasion force, fighting for conquest, for glory, for the throne of England itself. They have cavalry, they have archers, they have discipline. Their strategy? Break the shield wall at all costs. Use arrows to soften the enemy. Send infantry to probe for weakness. Unleash the cavalry to shatter their formation. Victory means a kingdom. Defeat means death on foreign soil. At approximately 9 o'clock in the morning, the Norman army begins its march up Senlac Hill. The battle has begun. William deploys his forces in 3 divisions. Bretons on the left, Normans in the center, Flemish and French troops on the right. Archers advance first. The battle opens with a Norman archery barrage. Thousands of arrows arc through the sky and rain down on the Saxon shield wall like a deadly storm. But Harold's men have positioned themselves well. They crouch behind their shields. Most arrows glance harmlessly off the overlapping defenses or embed themselves in wood and leather. The arrow storm fails. Next, Norman infantry charges up the hill. But climbing the steep slope while carrying weapons and armor, it exhausts them. When they crash into the Saxon shield wall, they meet immovable resistance. The housecarls swing their massive axes, crashing through shields, smashing through helmets, cutting through men. The Norman infantry recoils, bloodied and demoralized. William commits his cavalry. Hundreds of mounted warriors thunder up the hill, lances leveled, seeking to break the Saxon line. The ground shakes beneath their charge, but the shield wall holds. Horses cannot penetrate the tight formation of shields and spears. Some horses stumble on the uneven ground. Others refuse to charge into the wall of blades. Saxon axes cut down knights from their saddles. The Norman left flank begins to retreat. Some Saxons, seeing their enemies fleeing, break formation and pursue them down the hill. It is a fatal mistake. William sees the opportunity. He rallies his cavalry and orders them to turn and attack the pursuing Saxons in the open field. Cut off from the shield wall, the Saxon soldiers are slaughtered. This tactic, feigned retreat followed by counterattack, devastating. William orders it repeated throughout the afternoon. Each time, more Saxons break ranks to pursue, and each time, Norman cavalry butchers them in the open. But the core of the Saxon army, Harold's elite housecarls, refuses to break. For hours, the shield wall holds. The battle becomes a grinding, bloody stalemate. Men fight hand to hand in desperate fury. The ground grows slick with blood. As afternoon turns to evening, William makes a calculated gamble. He orders his archers to shoot high into the air so their arrows fall almost vertically onto the Saxon position. This time, the arrows find their mark, dropping onto the heads and shoulders of the defenders. According to legend, One of these high-arcing arrows strikes King Harold in the eye. Whether this account is true remains debated. But what is certain? Harold falls, mortally wounded. With their king dying or dead, Saxon morale collapses. Norman cavalry launches one final, devastating charge. The shield wall fractures. Harold's brothers and his most loyal housecarls die fighting around their fallen king, refusing to retreat. By nightfall, the battle is over. The field is strewn with thousands of dead and dying men. Harold Godwinson, King of England for just 9 months, lies dead on Senlac Hill. On Christmas Day, 1066, William is crowned King of England in Westminster Abbey. The Norman Conquest transforms England forever. William replaces the Anglo-Saxon nobility with Norman lords. The English language absorbs thousands of French words. Norman castles rise across the landscape, symbols of foreign domination. The feudal system is imposed with rigid efficiency. England becomes permanently connected to continental Europe in ways it had never been before. The Battle of Hastings is the last successful foreign invasion of England ever. Its consequences echo through centuries. The Domesday Book, Norman architecture, the development of English common law, all trace their origins to that blood-soaked October day in 1066. Today, on a hill in southern England, you can still walk the ground where two armies clashed nearly 1,000 years ago. The blood has long since washed away, but the memory remains. The Battle of Hastings reminds us that history turns on singular moments, that a single day, a single arrow, a single decision can alter the destiny of nations. This was the Battle of Hastings, the day England changed forever.